This
Fine.
conference will now be recorded.
So actually, this product we can able to install in server OS. Now I'm using server OS. Coming to the hardware and software related requirements to this product, we required server OS. Server operating system is required. I'm using 2016 server operating system. And coming to the hardware configuration to host this application locally. Okay, we required at least 200 GB hard disk. That may be normal hard disk or SSD hard disk. You can use it. Must and should RAM 8 GB plus. If you have 8 GB, we can run the product. If you are using low amount of RAM of 8 GB, the system cannot run really. The application cannot run. Must and should 8 GB plus. 8 GB also not sufficient as per my opinion. 8 GB is also not sufficient. If you use 16 GB or 24 or 30, something like that would be better. And also i5 i7 processor is more compatible for this product, because i3 somewhat little bit slow. i5 and i7 processors are very compatible for this product. Okay, so these are the hardware requirements. And coming to the software requirements, we can host this product locally and also cloud. Locally, we required some Visual Studio setup files and SQL Server and also Dynamics 365 setup file. These files are required. That will be provided by the Microsoft. If you want to host this product locally, Microsoft will help you out for that. But most of the 99% of the clients are using cloud-based application. So the application will be resides in Windows Azure. From there onwards, we can open this application. We can access this application in browser itself. Okay, it's not a Windows application as a 2012. 2012 is completely Windows application. If you want to access anything in 2012 application, we have a chance of accessing application through web. There is a enterprise portal development is available in 2012, but that is not a really big hit. Coming to this product, it is completely web-based application. We can open entire application in browser itself. So I have some screenshots here. I'll show you that here. Here. Okay, so this is what our GUI. In GUI, we can open any browser. The Microsoft will give you the dedicated URL for us. Through that URL, we can access the application. Okay, so you can use any one of the browser, and in that UI, in that user interface, we have mostly forms, dialog boxes, and reports. These are the main three objects resides in the user interface application. And coming to the development area, the development is completely will do in the Visual Studio itself. Okay, the Visual Studio already connected with the SQL Server. Whatever the tables we are creating in Visual Studio, that tables will directly resides in the SQL Server part. In Visual Studio, we have AOT, application object tree. In that application object tree means that is a development environment. In that development environment, we have a chance of creating tables, forms, reports, base enumerators, and data types. Everything we can create under the AOT. Okay, so as a developer, we have to know X++ programming and SQL Server coding. SQL is help you out to accessing the database. I mean, like we will write a select queries, right, to access the data from the SQL Server, right? So we need to know SQL Server coding. After that, we have to more concentrate on X++ programming. This is what the business language, like to write any business language. Like we will use the X++ programming. It's similarly it is very similar to C++ language, but not exactly C++. C++ is a complete object-oriented programming language. But Express Plus is not a complete object-oriented programming, but it's a semi-object-oriented programming, the Express Plus. Express Plus will support most of the concepts except multi-level inheritance and overloading concept. These concepts are not supported by the Express Plus. But coming to this point, it's very easy rather than the Express Plus and the .NET. Most of the people will think if we know .NET, then only we can go for Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations technical course, but that is not correct. If you know any object-oriented programming language, like a C language or anything like C++, Java, .NET, anything, we can easily adapt this X++ programming. As per my opinion, X++ is very easy when we comparing with C++ or .NET. It's very simple coding we will have in X++. That I will teach you from scratch itself. Okay, now this is what your area of the application. In GUI, we will have the forms, dialog boxes, and reports. Coming to the development area, all the things we will develop in the Visual Studio. Once we develop the Visual Studio, we will attach those forms, dialog boxes, and reports into the front-end application. The mostly we will do any kind of development in Visual Studio related to Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. The total development area is Visual Studio. In a normal Visual Studio, Microsoft is added the Dynamics 365 development application related area in the standard Visual Studio application. There we can have a chance to develop the application. Now we can customize, and also Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations is completely predefined application. No need to develop from scratch. Microsoft is giving 80% of the functionalities by default, and 20% of customization is allowed to developers. That means a client will purchase first.
Hello.
The client
We need to resign this. क्या बोलता है? Could you please let us know? Disconnect कर दो. चल गया।
पागल है बंदी एंजेलिका,
क्या बोलता है?
धमका दिया उसको भी डेविड लुगर।
हम्म,
फालतू का बहस की जा रही है बंदी। ये इशू है, वो इशू, ये बग है, वो बग है, ऐसे है, स्टिल गारंटी दो ऑडियंस व्यू। नहीं, मेरा म्यूट है ऑलरेडी।
अच्छा,
ऑडियंस व्यू शुड गारंटी एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स। डेविड लुगर बोला, एंजेलिका, I'll talk to BIC outside this Slack channel because I don't understand the terminology you are using is at all.
अरे कसम इसलिए।
अरे
हाँ,
हेलो,
Hello. Hello.
हेलो।
My voice is audible.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, internet got disconnected. And okay, fine. So, okay, is it clear this concept? I have explained this concept. Do you have any clarifications? Please ask me here. Okay. I'll do one thing. First of all, I'll show you this requirement. I'll show you that user interface and the data development area. All these things we will see here. Okay, let's open the browser. Here we have a dedicated URL is available. If you see here, there is a dedicated URL is given by the Microsoft through access this application. Right now we are unable to access this application because we have to configure this application with our Microsoft user ID. We need some Hotmail or live ID that is required to access this application. Already I have an application. Okay, first we will do one thing. Here Microsoft is giving some admin provisioning tool here. Let us open this tool.
okay.
And we need to type our live ID or something like, okay, and a Hotmail or something like, okay.
Okay.
Just click on the submit. After a few seconds, with this email ID, our product will be configured. So through this email ID, we can access the application. What exactly we are doing here means, in Dynamics family, mostly we will create users, right? As admin user can access the application, right? Now, see, this admin user is successfully configured in the Active Directory. Okay, so this user has been configured as an admin user in our product. I will do one thing. I will open this browser. Okay, when your connection is private, so here we have a hide advanced application, advanced button control is available here. Last you can see this link, proceed to unsafe mode. Okay, just open this link. It is asking to sign in. Okay. Okay, fine. I'll do one thing. Okay, we'll create one user ID here, live.com.
Okay.
Outlook ID. Oh, sorry. Actually, I need to paste. Okay, fine. Just a second. Arjun@outlook.com. Okay. Just create one Outlook ID or live ID or Hotmail ID. Anything is fine. Just create one Outlook ID, and there is an application called admin provisioning tool. In this admin provisioning tool, just paste your ID and click on submit. This user ID is configured as an admin user.
Okay.
Through this user ID, we can access the front-end application. I'll show you where exactly this admin user will be configured in our application. I'll show you once the application is opened. Okay. Now let us open this URL. Outlook.com. Okay, it's asking some password. I don't have. Okay, fine. Just a second. It's asking some confirmation kind of thing. Okay, fine. So sometimes you will get this kind of error message. There is a problem with your server and all. Just do one thing. Just go to your time settings. We need to change the time zone. Okay. Go to the date and time settings. Here there is a UTC 8:00 Pacific time. You need to set up the time zone as a Pacific time. Okay. And set a time zone automatically here. Set a time zone automatically. And now again, refresh your URL. That's it.
Okay. It's loading the environment.
Yeah, this is your environment. This is your front-end application of Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. Okay, once we open this application, first we are seeing this application, right? Front-end application page. This is called a dashboard. In this dashboard, you can see all the boxes like these are all called workspaces. We can call it as a workspaces. Bank management, data validation check. These are all workspaces. We can access some of the applications, some of the concepts very quickly from here. Some of the topics like management, bank management functionality I need. So directly we can access from here. Okay, so expense management.
Arjun, I have a question here. It means it's not like modules. It's a workspaces, right? Modules.
Yes,
it's not a module.
Not a module. Under module, we have a workspaces. Every module having 3 or 4 workspaces will be there.
Yeah, now we are already in F1O is a module.
The user interface directly for quick access.
Okay.
See, every module having 3 or 4, at least 3 or 4 workspaces will be there. Those 3 or 4 workspaces directly we will kept in the user interface for quick access. So module access is different. Module access is different here. Okay. So these are all default workspaces is given by the Microsoft. If you want, you can add a few more workspaces here directly, or you can remove it, or you can customize this space actually. As per your requirement, you can customize this space and you can access anything like that. Okay. Now here, say navigation pane is available. See here, you can see the workspaces. You can see the workspaces. What exactly we have here. Okay, all the workspaces concepts, and these are the modules like accounts payable, accounts receivable, budgeting, cash bank management, consolidation, cost accounting, cost management, expense management, fixed assets, fleet management, general ledger, human resource, inventory, master planning, organization, payroll, like product control, sales, service, system administration module, time and attendance, warehouse, transportation, everything we have here. Almost 30 modules, among 30 modules are available here. These are the default modules given by the Microsoft, default modules.
Okay.
Let us open. Hello.
Hello. Yes. Yes.
Guys, just a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Next time, just when you are logging into the GoToMeeting, just keep your name while you are logging. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Actually,
So that I can identify who is talking to me.
Yeah, that's correct. Next time we will do that.
Yeah.
Because we have same license both for connecting to the clients. GoToMeeting.
GoToMeeting.
Showing
Okay,
both
paid
are
license
same.
is available. Paid license is available or what?
Yeah. It's a clients actually. We are using that.
That's what. Okay. Hello, Vali.
Yeah,
Hello,
I can hear
Vali?
now. Yeah, I can hear now.
Right. So this is your default dashboard. Once you open the Dynamics AX Dynamics 365 product, this is your default user interface. This is the default screen.
Yeah.
If you want, you can adjust.
Right?
Yeah, you can adjust the screen, like you can arrange whatever you required in the front-end application as per your taste and all requirement. So here you can see here we have modules. These are the default modules are available in Dynamics 365 FO: accounts payable, accounts receivable, consolidation, cash and bank management, cost accounting, expense management, fleet management, human resource, organization administration module, production control, service management, sales and marketing. This is called CRM. Majorly in Dynamics 365 finance and operations, we have a CRM functionality is also available. That is called sales and marketing. Okay, this functionality Microsoft has developed in .NET separately. That is called a Dynamics 365 CRM product. That is a separate. Okay, don't get confused because CRM is not a ERP product. Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM is just, it is a module. Okay, that has been developed in .NET language. Okay, like C#, ASP.NET, by using those technologies, they have developed a CRM application. Here also we have sales and marketing is available. These are all CRM related functionalities. For suppose if client has purchased this product, they can use the CRM functionality also in ERP. And also we of these all modules are default. So here in these modules, client will purchase according to their business requirement. So no one will buy all the modules. No one will buy all the modules.
Okay,
But
F1O, they'll segregate only few, like AR and AP, finance, and
exactly,
bank management, like few only.
Exactly. Depends on client business. Depends on the client business. They will purchase the modules. But here, system administration module and organization administration module, these are the two default modules are available for anyone. Okay.
Okay.
Organization administration module, the system administration modules are the default for anyone, because in organization administration module, we will do some setups for the application related, like setting the number sequences, workflow concepts, and address book details, organizational details, like a calendar setups, periods, working templates, and something barcodes, what exactly we are using the barcodes, electronic signatures, all these setups we can make it in the organization administration module. This module is need for anyone, right? For all the clients, this module is required. Remaining modules are optional based on their business. And also go to the system administration module. In system administration module, like for creating users, security roles, and licensing related information, database related information, and any business related email templates, email parameters. See here, all these things are related to system, like application related information. Our Dynamics 365 finance and operations application related information, admin part, admin setups we can do in system administration module. Organization administration means organizational some setups will be there, like setting the templates, setting the periods, setting the calendar setups, setting the times, setting the address books, and organizational hierarchies, and all these things we can make it in the organization administration module. So these two modules are common for everyone. Remaining modules are optional. As per their business requirement, they will purchase the modules. But here, as a technical developer, we no need to bother about the modules, because we can work on any module. We can work on any module, but functional consultant is not like that. Functional consultant have their own specific knowledge will be there. For example, finance consultant will be there. Only finance consultant will work on the finance related modules, like fixed assets and expense management, like cost management, accounts payable, accounts receivable, are related to finance. And supply chain management consultant will be there. Like those supply chain management consultant will work on another few modules, like production management, project management, retail management. So in functional side there is a specifications, but technical side there is no specification here. We can work on any module. Okay, so this is your front-end application. As I told you, we can open our application in any browser. Okay, and if you open the application, these are the default 3 objects will be available, like forms, dialog boxes, and reports. Okay, let's see some forms and all. For example, let me go to the any module, like let us open the human resource management. When you click on here, it will open this particular window. In this window, here we have an expand all, collapse all. If you expand all, okay, it will expand all the functionalities. Directly we can open any particular functionality here. You can collapse, you can expand here. Okay, if you collapse, here there is a workspaces. So see here, for example, there is a business process for human resources, employee self service, right? I'll show you here. see here, business process for human resource, employee self-service, and also all these workspaces we can see here. If you want, you can attach to the front-end application. First, we need to develop the workspace. Suppose if you want to set up one workspace here, first we need to develop the workspace in the Visual Studio. After that, we have to bring here. After that, we can able to set up in the user interface. That is what we will do. Okay, and okay, let me expand all the functionalities. First of all, I'll show you something here for our demonstration. Okay, let us open some sample forms here. You will also aware of the what exactly the form look like. For example, there is a course group form is available. Okay, course groups. Okay, let us open the course group form. See here, course group. Like here, this is exactly your form. This is called a grid control. Grid control. Here we have a save button for creating a new record, for deleting the existing record. Here we can add some more button controls if you want. Okay, if you click here, for example, let me select the finance course, and when you click on the course types, it will open another form directly from here related to that particular record. This is about your finance course related details, skills, educational discipline, target audience, course subject, some details about the finance course. When you close this again, we will go back to this particular origin form. Okay, like when you select the sales record, when you click on the course button, we can see the sales course related information here, sales related course. Okay, in sales related we have a performance and techniques. These are the
Arjun,
records.
your voice is breaking. Arjun, your voice is.
Vali, my voice is clear with you or somewhat?
Yeah, sometimes it's breaking up actually. Sometimes
Okay,
it's fine.
okay, fine. So this is what exactly the form look like, and I'll show you one more form. For example, there is an employee form. See here, here we have somewhat employee details. Currently there is no records here. There is no records. Here there is a action pane. This is called action pane. Like in this action pane, as a MS Word, MS Excel, we will have the button controls right on top of the form here like this. Like insert a design, translation, animation. These are the tab pages, action pane tabs. Same like see here also. Okay, did you watch like this? Like these are all action pane tabs, worker, payroll, time, retail. These are all action pane tabs. Okay, here in action pane tabs, we will create button controls. The button controls resides under action pane. This is called action pane. This complete ribbon control, we can call it as an action pane. Here we have a grid control. This is grid control here. Okay, right now there is no data in the current company. In current company, the current company name is DAT. Okay, suppose if I change this DAT to another company, these are the default companies list is given by the Microsoft. If you want, you can create a new company also. Okay, let us do one thing. Let us change to another company, USMF. Now we have some records here in the USMF company. Records are organized on company itself. I mean, data organized by company name. Previously, we have a DAT company here. Actually, there is no records in DAT company. Now, I just have changed it to another company that is called USMF. In that company, we have some records. So data stores on the company name itself. Now, this is exactly one more form. I'm showing here. This is one more form. Okay, I'm going back to the again module. human resource management. Okay. Let us open something like test types, test type form. Okay, this is one test, second test, third test. We have 3 records. This is called record. Okay, this is called grid control. In the grid control, we have a record. These are the records. Okay, when you select a record, according to that, details will show in the tab pages, like details. All these forms we will develop in our training program. All these forms, whatever I'm showing you here, like workspaces, forms, like employee form, course group form, like all these forms we will develop in our training program itself. Okay, now this is what your front-end application, complete front-end application. Okay, like this application, this front-end application having only forms, dialog boxes, and the reports. These are the 3 objects will contain the user interface. Only 3 objects. We don't have a 4th object. Okay.
Arjun, what exactly is the workspace? What exactly is workspace?
Workspace comes under the forms.
Pardon?
Workspace comes under the forms.
Okay.
Workspace is a link. That's it. For example, if I click on the bank management, it is a link. That's it. When you click on the bank management workspace, it will open the form again.
So you can say it's a collection of few forms, related forms.
Not exactly. Every workspace will link with one form at least. One link with one form. So there onwards we can open n number of forms. For example, I'm going back to the employee expense management. Expense management is a form. See here. Expense management. Fixed assets management. Okay, this is the like direct information.
Just I have one question.
Yes.
Arjun, sorry to interrupt you. Just I have a question. I mean, Sunil and me both. Is telling what is exactly the workspace. Workspace is one kind of forms group, or what's a module, submodule, or something. Can you clarify that, please, if you don't mind?
Definitely. Okay. For example, workspace is just a link. That link will open some group of forms. You got it. Okay. Let us open. Let us open some business process for human resources. Okay. Like just like a form. Okay. For example, if you go to the bank
workspace is a link for the forms.
Yes. For example, right. I just clicked on the bank management workspace. Right. In the bank management, if I want to see all the bank accounts directly, I can click here. If I click on the all bank accounts, it will open another. I will close this and I will open bank reconciliation. I need to see the information. So when I click on here, it will open the information of that particular form. All bank statements I required. All bank statements. So it's a
forms will be under the bank workspace, bank management workspace.
We can collaborate. We can collaborate some functionalities through workspace. We can collaborate. We can accommodate a few of functionalities in workspace. Through that workspace, we can access that.
Clear.
Yeah.
So whatever we required in the bank management, directly we can create a bank management workspace. In that bank management workspace, whatever I required directly, like a bulletin, like a dashboard,
So in simple terms, I can say, like, if a new employee joining, so creating employee maintenance, then having the pay code, having the benefit, having deduction, all these are required while creating a new employee. So we'll
Exactly.
put all these together. That will be the work.
So we can develop a like a dashboard kind of thing for that particular employee. Here I can create here I can, for example, there is a human resource. When I click on that human resource, it will open this kind of page. In that page, I will assign the project. I will take all the details of that particular employee. I will make some salary calculations. I will assign some projects. Okay. I will assign some kind of descriptions to that particular employee. All these things I can able to add here in a single form.
Okay.
Got it. We can move ahead.
Okay. Now, and the next thing, dialogues. Dialog is a user interface object which is used to do some bulk operations. Dialog box and dialogues are used to make some bulk operations. For example, I just want to calculate some 1,000 employees' salaries. If I want to calculate each and every employee salary one by one, at least it will take half an hour time for each and every employee. 1,000 employees, 1,000 into half an hour, 500 hours. That will take a very long time. So what I will do, I will create some dialog box. In the back end of the dialog box, I will write some piece of code to calculate the salary. So in that dialog box, just I will give the from date to date, and for whom I am calculating the salaries, like workers, payroll employees, or contractors, or daily labor. Okay, I will select according to my requirement. I will select the criteria in the dialog box. When I click on submit, when I click on the submit button, automatically salary will be calculated in fraction of seconds, because dialog box always runs through code. Coding is required. Okay, I'll show you some default screens of the dialog box. Then you will get some idea about the dialog box kind of thing. Okay, just a second. For example, there is a report called birthday report. Okay. See here. This is what your dialog box. In dialog box, we will have parameters. We will create parameters like from date to date and employee type. I will select from date, I will select to date, and I will select employee type, for whom I am calculating the salaries. For example, workers, or contract employees, or payroll employees, or all. I will say, okay, I will have some combo box kind of thing here. Okay, according to that, salary will be calculated when I click on the OK button. But behind of this dialog box, we will have some code. Through code only we can able to run this dialog box. Now, and also I can use this dialog box to run the report. Here I will give some criteria, and when I click on the OK button, system will open the report according to your date range. So dialog boxes.
Arjun, your voice is breaking again. Sorry.
Now it is clear or what? Now.
Just it was breaking. Now it's
sometimes it is breaking.
It's okay now.
Okay, so this is what your report. From there onwards, we can export this report to format like PDF, Word, Excel, XML, CSV, TIFF, anything we can export from here, our report. Okay, this is what our report. So we have only 3 objects are available in the front-end application. Okay.
Okay. Still.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me.
Hello. Arjun,
Yes.
Still your voice is breaking. Can you do something?
Just a second. Just a second. Data. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, Arjun.
My voice is audible.
Yeah, for me it's fine.
Okay, fine. So coming to the development area, let us open the development area right now. Here we have a Visual Studio. We are using 2015 version. Now just open the Visual Studio, run as administrator. Okay, don't use this option as open. Okay, always we have to open this application is in administration mode. Just open this application, run as administrator. Okay, now when you open this application, first you will get this kind of a start page with Visual Studio. This is your default startup page. Here we have several options we have, like in here, like a file menu, edit, view, debug, team, tool, test, Dynamics 365, analyze, window, and help. These are the default menus, and this is exactly configured for us for Dynamics 365 developers. In a normal Visual Studio, we will not find this option.
Arjun, I have a question.
Yes.
This Visual Studio has to be on the same server where Dynamics 365 is deployed, or it can be on any other machine also?
Any other machine.
Okay, so Dynamics 365 is an additional extension or add-in to be installed?
Exactly. See, in a machine, it's a developer thing, right? Dynamics Visual Studio means for development purpose. Okay.
Yeah.
And SQL Server will reside in one machine. Okay, we can install Visual Studio in another machine. In both connected internally, and once we do the development, okay, already the configuration, according to the configuration, we will post the development things in the Visual Studio in browser itself. That we have here we have in view, there is Application Explorer is configured here. There is an option called Application Explorer. In this Application Explorer, there is AOT. As we discussed here, there is a AOT. There is a development area, Application Object Tree.
Okay.
This application object tree, we will create whatever we are seeing in the user interface, like forms, dialog boxes, reports, all the things we will create here.
Okay, so basically Dynamics 365 plugin can be downloaded for any Visual Studio version, and we can install it.
Yes, in not any Visual Studio, but it supports from 2015 onwards.
All right.
So in 2015, I mean, in normal Visual Studio, Microsoft will give you the Dynamics 365 setup file.
Okay.
Microsoft will give you the Dynamics 365 setup file. Once we install that Dynamics 365 setup file, automatically in this Visual Studio you will get this option, Dynamics 365 option. Until unless you will not find this in the standard Visual Studio.
You said Microsoft will give, means from our account we will get this?
Dynamics 365 setup file, software.
Okay.
Dynamics
This we can download from
partner source.
Okay, partners. Partner source, we are not partner, right? So we will have to contact our vendor for this.
Maximum.
If it is there.
Okay, what we have to do for installation purpose in the process of installation, first we will install SQL Server. Okay.
Okay.
Let me note down it. Okay, first here, then you will get some clarity.
Yeah, exactly, because these are the basic terms which we need to understand before we go ahead.
Yes, exactly, that's what I'm explaining here. First we will install server voice. That is a mandatory thing. Okay, Windows server is required, like 2016 or 2019. Any server is fine. Okay, any server is fine. After that we will install Active Directory for creating users. Okay, why we choose server voice? Server voice is compatible for creating users. In normal like Windows 7, Windows 8, we don't have a server manager. That I will show you here. For example, when you right click on this PC, there is a manage option. This server manager is not available in Windows 7, 8, 10, like that. Here we have a tools. Okay, here we have a Active Directory concept. Only server voice is required. Only in server voice only we can able to configure this application, not exactly Windows 8 or something like. Browser, that is fine. You can access from mobile, you can access from Windows 7 platform, you can access from Windows 8, Windows 10, that is okay. Browser part of it. But application side, development side, okay, but that should be server voice. Server voice is required. After that we will configure the Active Directory. After that we will install SQL Server. SQL Server, we have a 2017 application. 2017 application we have SQL Server full. SQL Server 2017 is required, and after that we will install Visual Studio 2015. 2015. After that we have a software called Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. Microsoft will give you that. Okay, we cannot download from any other sources. Only the Microsoft clients, Microsoft partners can able to download this Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations software. That is called setup file. Okay, we have to install this one after configuring this Visual Studio. Then when we are installing this process, when we are installing this application, Dynamics 365 FO, okay, we have to do some setups. Okay, which database I need to connect, which SQL server, I mean, where exactly. For example, we are installing here, right? So okay, which Visual Studio we need to connect, in which system there is a Visual Studio, which system we need Visual Studio we need to connect. That automatically in the Visual Studio here Dynamics 365 option will be enabled once we install this application. Normally after installing this Visual Studio 2015, you can't see this option, and also you can't see this Application Explorer option. These two options you cannot see in the standard Visual Studio application. Once we configure this Dynamics 365 setup file, automatically in the Visual Studio, these two options like Dynamics 365 and also there is the Application Explorer options will be enabled. Then you can able to do the development kind of thing. Okay. And now coming to the AOT, Application Object Tree. Here we have a data types. In data types we have a base enums. Base enums means like for example there is a gender. In gender male female will be there, right? Something like, for example, there is a ABC, gender, male, female, unknown, something like that. These are all called base enums. Okay. After that we have a extended data types that I will tell you in the course itself. Now there is a data model. In data model we will create tables. Any application, tables are required, right? Of course. We have seen some forms, reports, and dialog boxes. All these three objects works on tables. Without a table, there is no application, obviously. So forms, dialog boxes, and reports. Anyway, we need to store the data, right? Finally, at the end of the day. So tables are required. So here we can create the tables. So here I need to give some clarification here. We have a SQL server. In SQL server we will not create tables. Here we will create tables. Once you create the table, this table will automatically created in SQL server. Okay, like tables, views, queries, data entities, and maps. All these things are related to data model and code. I told you about X++. This X++ coding we will write in classes. And there is a user interface. I told you about forms, right? These forms we will develop here. See here. And reports we will develop here. The remaining things are supported objects for developing all these things. We will develop forms, reports, dialog boxes here, and we will attach this and we will bring these objects, whatever we developed, we need to bring to the front-end application, right? So in the user interface, there is a menus concept. Here we will attach, see here, application, accounts payable, accounts receivable, budgeting, cash and bank management. We have seen some HR management module. See here, workspaces. Okay, like workers. In workers, I have shown you some forms like employee form. In courses, I have shown you some course related forms. All these forms will be available here. Forms, reports, dialog boxes, everything, whatever we are seeing in the front end application, whatever we are seeing, all the things we can access from here in the menus node. Here we will attach whatever we developed. Forms we will create here. Forms we will create here. We will attach into the respective module. Then automatically it will show in the user interface. Okay. So this is all about our development things. So if you need anything, please let me know. So whatever I told you, but
for now.
It is very less for you, but every day on we can extend more, and I will give you some full clarity about this one.
No, I understand, because I had seen your video on YouTube and I like the way you explained, like this is AOT, this should open this way. It's like, understand that we don't know anything. That is the best part for us for now.
Oh, definitely.
So you can proceed the way good for us.
Definitely, yeah, sure. Maybe if I need to change something in my way of explanation, please let me know, because maybe if it is fast or if it is slow, or if you need some in-depth explanation, okay, please stop me and ask me there itself.
Last question. Yeah,
Yes.
sure. No worry. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can continue. We are fine. Go ahead.
Okay. So just I am about to close this session. Okay, this is just introduction part. Okay, don't think it is a full length session. Okay, just you can understand of live conversation how exactly it would be. That's what I have taken some demonstration for 1 hour. Okay, so we can have another session tomorrow very elaborately. Okay, and we can start from course from tomorrow itself, definitely. First we will do one thing. We will decide one project. Okay, what exactly we need to develop, and what are all the forms we need to develop, what are all the reports, what are all the dialog boxes we need to develop. First we will discuss. Okay, according to our discussion, we can develop the functionalities in our AOT. That is the way we can move forward. We can decide one functionality. We can like some HR management. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Hi, Arjun.
Hello. Yeah, you are able to hear me, Arjun? Hello.